Hi, I'm Samantha Payne, actress and BT Storyteller. I'm about to go and meet my dear friend Matthew Calverley, the very person who inspired me to become a BT Storyteller. Now, we've known each other for years, we grew up next to each other, so we know each other very well. However, I really want to find out about his dedication to wheelchair basketball, and I'm sure you'll want to too. So, let's go. So we're here to talk about dedication today, all leading up to the 2012 games. So we'll go straight in with wheelchair basketball then. You've always loved basketball. How did you make the first steps getting into wheelchair basketball?
Really, it came about because I actually went for an operation at a hospital in Istanbul.
Right.
And just a weird coincidence, we went and got a coffee in the hospital, and below was a gym.
Okay.
And they were playing wheelchair basketball below.
Right.
As we were coming across the balcony, and when they finished, my parents went and introduced me, and the coach said to me, when you're finished at the hospital, come down and start playing.
Okay.
And this was about when I was 10.
10 years old?
Yeah.
So had you heard of wheelchair basketball at this point?
No, not at all.
No?
Really, no.
So you were 10, never heard of it?
I've never actually heard of really any Paralympic sports.
And so when you were initially told about wheelchair basketball, did you think, okay, that's something I could give a go?
I just went and gave it a go.
Yeah.
And really, I realised quite quickly into doing it that I was quite good. It was quite good for me personally, because I never did a sport where I was good at something. I was actually good at this without having to bend the rules.
Yeah, we had a natural talent for it
to
as
adapt,
well.
yeah.
And I mean, wheelchair basketball, I've had a go in your chair, haven't I?
Yeah, you have.
And it is incredibly hard. There's so much coordination, isn't there?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm right in saying that wheelchair basketball is harder than basketball?
It's probably more technical than the able-bodied basketball in the fact that as a team, I think you have to work harder to get to the basket than you do if you just played able-bodied basketball. Mm-hmm. The thing that always makes me laugh about able-bodied people watching it is they're just amazed by everything. You know, things that we now take for granted that our teammates and we can do. Able-bodied people just in some way just amazed by it.
So were you nervous when you first went because you were so new to it?
I was nervous in a way because up until that point I actually hadn't met another wheelchair user really.
No.
So this was all new to me, and I think the thing that was very good for me personally was I was meeting people who were, you know, teenagers and in their 20s, and they were at university. They were married with children, with actually able-bodied partners.
So, yeah.
Which I had never really seen before.
No, because you said, you've not really met other people in your position.
No, so it was a great experience.
Yeah, and it's nice, it opened your eyes up, I guess, to what you could achieve.
Yeah.
That's moving on to the dedication.
When I was part of the GB Juniors, I would actually do some training 7 days a week.
7?
Every day. My normal week would be on a Monday would be 2 hours in the gym.
Right. Was that weights on the arms or?
Just upper body weight and sort of defining muscle. And then Tuesday used to be a track push. It would be 5 mile push.
That's going around the track on your
as fast as you could, yeah.
God, 5 miles, did you say?
Yeah, and that equates to 4 laps of 1 mile was 4 laps of the athletics track, yeah.
Whew.
Wednesday and Thursday are just 2 hour sessions where I would shoot a basketball. We would have to fill out a 500 shot program.
Okay.
Where we would have to take Pacific shots, and then
from different areas around the net.
And that would be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then Saturday would be club training.
Okay, so you're actually playing matches
with my actual
against each other.
Yeah, and Sunday would be just a game. that was probably for a good year and a half.
What, every week?
Every day, yeah.
Woo! And so how old were you at that time?
I was about 15, and this was up until really I went to uni, so I was probably more than... So it's really 17 to...
That is a lot of dedication then.
That's why you're building no mates at school and I get invited anyway.
That's what I was going to say on a serious note.
On a serious note.
How do you juggle like everything else? Like see your family, see your friends, have some fun?
With friends and stuff, obviously we weren't old enough to go to pubs or anything.
No.
So
you were enjoying your training then, really?
I was enjoying it, and I could see the benefits of it because I was getting recognition. And also my team that I played with, probably the people I play with were my best friends as well. So
become like your own little family, I guess, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Spending so much time together.
And you spend so much time away from your home. So you're travelling to different places. So you'd be like staying in hotels with them. You would spend so much time with them. It almost was just another family.
Yeah, second family.
Yeah, that was.
So you were completely committed to the team then, basically?
Yeah.
Were you given a strict programme, like you had to do this every day? So they were told you have to be 100% dedicated or you will not be part of this, basically?
That's true, yeah. Basically, the system is you have your coaches and then you have a team manager and a fitness coach who's in charge of what you eat. We used to do a camp every so often, and it'd be really strict, and all you would eat was salad.
Oh,
and then you would finish on Monday morning, and opposite where we've just been, there was a massive McDonald's.
That's not nice. Putting it right in your face like a test.
So every time, it was funny, every time we finished about a Monday morning, we would just, all of us, go to McDonald's and then go home.
Don't think you're meant to tell anyone
that, sorry. Yeah, you should cut that out.
So, back to the key word, dedication.
Yeah.
Surely your family has to be dedicated as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously getting to places, like to drive to places because you're obviously too young.
I think my mum and dad, I owe a lot to them for really... They helped me as much as a coach, really. Yeah. Because if they wouldn't be willing to take me all these places, I wouldn't have got to where I got to.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
so it's not just the athlete that has to be dedicated; it's the family and friends you need that support.
Yeah, and also in the early days, before we were any good, we would have to pay the hotel.
Right. So what, the better you get, do you get more subsidy and all that?
And the better you get, the more funding you get through other sponsors.
You've achieved obviously so much already. You've just turned 21.
Yes.
And you've already played for Great Britain how many times?
I've played now about 12 times.
That is amazing. So
at junior level. At
junior level, but still that is fantastic. So what are your plans for 2012 then? Have you got any involvement in the Paralympic Games?
I don't think I will participate as an athlete, but I think I will obviously support them, and also I am part of the biggest London club, wheelchair basketball club. So we have a lot of involvement in the setting up of it, and also the new basketball arena. We have involvement sort of trying to raise money for that.
Brilliant. So we put on events and tournaments and games?
Yeah, all really the same as 2012 is to raise awareness and also increase participation.
The people who will be in the GB team for the 2012 games, will their dedication have to be any different to like you with your team, or are you all expected to have the same level of dedication and commitment?
It is pretty similar, but because we want to be where they are, of course we are.
You're aspiring to it.
Yeah, aspire. I mean, when we were all really trying to go for it, there were times where we would get up at 5 o'clock and do a 5-mile push, and just so the dedication is like people go and get up at ridiculous times. I think that's the useful thing of the juniors, is it's sort of a precursor to what
It's like a stepping ladder as well.
Yeah, it's just it's the level down.
So are you aspiring to be in 2016 then?
I am aspiring.
I'm sure you will be there. How do you juggle now, even because you're at university?
Yes, yeah.
How do you juggle like your studies with your training?
It is very difficult, but I'm able to somehow do it. Obviously, nearer times where like assignments have to be in, I sort of take a back step. Yeah. But the good thing about uni is you do have days where obviously you're supposed to be doing work, but you do have more time off than say if you were at school. Yeah, it's all about compromise.
Yeah.
And really, my coach always said, basketball will be there for a certain time, but eventually everyone's going to be replaced by a younger, better-looking version of you. And the point is, he was saying, is go to get your grades and education, because no one can take that away from you. That is, you have to have a nice balance.
Of course.
And also, there is times where I've been quite. You've done it for so long, you almost get basketball down. You can't be, the motivation to do it every day sometimes sort of goes.
So you do need to still have that little kick to be like, come on, I need to do this.
Yeah, I think that's what, I think it works well for me at the moment, is because uni, it takes my mind off basketball, but basketball takes my mind off uni. It's nice to have like a social life as well.
Back again, now you're old enough to get in the pub.
Yeah.
One more thing, so with wheelchair basketball, there's different levels of disabilities, isn't there?
It really is about making sure that all disabilities are able to play.
Yeah.
You're allowed 14.5 points in your starting 5.
Right.
So, for example, I'm a 2.5 is my classification for my disability, cerebral palsy, and you would be a 5.
Right.
As an able-bodied.
As an able-bodied person.
Able-bodied people aren't allowed to play at international level, but because we don't have the amount of, it don't have great numbers of participation, you normally get brothers or sisters who play with us.
That's cool.
Like my brother's played.
Has he done it?
He has.
How good? Are you better than him, obviously?
I am, but the really annoying thing is he's a lot taller than I am,
so
it's still very useful. So you're lesser, or you're more disabled people are
less points.
Less points. And,
right.
Really, for example, able amputees are normally 3.5, 3s and 4s.
Okay.
Sort of that middle band.
Right.
And really because they haven't lost their upper body.
Right, because they're still able-bodied from here out.
Yeah, they're still able-bodied.
Yeah. So would they, even though you're all different levels of disability, is your training regime still the same? Like you still have to have the same amount of education?
It's exactly the same. The biggest weakness or the problem that is always going to hold me back compared to other people is the fact my disability affects my reactions.
Okay.
And that really is the biggest sort of cross against my name almost.
Oh, right.
Is, he's a very good player, but doesn't react quick enough, or things like that. And they do tailor your workout and your diet to your disability as much as they can.
Well, I'm probably basketballing you out now by talking about all this. So I think we'll wrap it out there, and thank you so much for talking to us.
No problem.
It's been really fun, and you can laugh now. He's been worried that he was going to burst out laughing this whole thing because we're friends. But you did very well. You didn't laugh at all.
No, I didn't. Yeah. I normally laugh quite a lot.
Yes, you do.
I'm quite easy to make laugh.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck for the future. You don't need it.
Let's hope so. Thank you.
See you later.
See you.